Hi there, welcome to my channel. Well, here's an update on my portfolio. As you guys can see, it was a green day today. So the market went up today. And I sold off MAGY today. MAGY, Maggie, from Roundhill. So I'll explain to you guys why I sold it off today. I originally bought just about $2,000 worth. So I had like about 36 shares, I believe. And I decided to sell it because for the most part, if you guys look at the S&P 500, SPY, let's go to SPY here, and if we look at the past week, as you guys can see in the past week, the S&P 500 is up 0.91%. The past 3 months, we're up 6.42%. So the market has been trending up, and it's pretty much almost reaching back to its previous all-time high. While MAGY, let's go to MAGY, MAGY, MAGY is kind of lagging. If we look at the 1 week, still down 0.82%. The month, down 4.86%. Past 3 months, down 4%. Year to date, still up 3.23%. So the starting price of this ETF, I assume, was at least $50 when it first started trading. And so if you bought it when it first started trading, you're still up a little bit over 3% today. But this isn't really rising. For example, like the S&P 500 is rising. Although this isn't the S&P 500, but this is the Magnificent Seven, right? The seven top stocks, right? The Magnificent Seven. Now, if we look at the ETF that this is based on, which is MAGS, let's look at that also by Roundhill Magnificent Seven. And if we look at the past week, this is up 0.88%. Also only down in the past month, 1.46%. Past 3 months, it is up 11.16%. So in comparison, if you guys see that, this one is up over 11%. While the one that pays the monthly dividend or the weekly dividend is down still about 4%. So somehow this thing isn't able to capture any of this upside. Now, if we look at the year-to-date here, the other one, MAGY, basically came out right after this big drawdown here. So it came out at like the perfect time, right after this crash right here. MAGY or Maggie started trading. So that's why it's got all this upside here. But if you look at this, I mean, the other version, Maggie, it's like an upside down U almost. It goes just way up and then just comes back down the other side to here. And this already pumps back up right here. Now keep in mind, this is just the price. This is just price movement. And this is total return. This does not pay weekly dividends because this is MAGS. Now, if you would have bought MAGS or the Roundhill Magnificent 7 ETF from the very beginning, you'd be very glad that you did so because you bought it for, I guess, maybe, what, $25, I suppose. And now, of course, it's over here at $67.04, right? So it's gone up just a whole bunch. If we look back at MAGY, you guys saw that in the past I think it was what, 3 months or past, yeah, in the past 3 months, right? MAGS, right, the Magnificent Seven Roundhill ETF is up a little bit over 11%, and this is down 4%. So it didn't capture much of that upside, or probably any of it, like at all. So that's a problem. At least for me, that seems like a problem. Now, if we look over here at this comparison tool, comparing both um, MAGS and MAGY, if we look at the total return, we can't go back, I guess, a year, because MAGY hasn't existed for a year. Year to date, nope. Back 6 months, yeah, okay, back 6 months ago. So as you guys can see, back 6 months ago, when MAGY first started trading, it probably started at 50 bucks. And now the total return here is 14.84, while the total return for the MAGS currently in the past 6 months is 20 up, a little bit over 27% there. So it's kind of lagging even in total return, right? It's not really like on par. It's not really catching up to MAGS in total return, right? It's lagging in total return. Now, if we look in the price action, let's look at price action right here, price change percentage. As you guys can see, obviously MAGS remains the same. It's a little bit over 27%, while MAGY or MAGY is down 2.99% in the past 6 months. Okay, so if we go to the year to date, anyone who bought it from the very beginning, right here, is still up, a little over 3%. But it doesn't seem to be really, capturing much of this pump here, much of this upside. So that's why I decided to get out of it, and decided to, I'm going to deploy that money somewhere else. So if we go back over here to my portfolio, if we go back to the ETFs that I currently own, I still own those 6 ETFs that I've been mentioning. Now let me show you which one is the best one of the 6 that I currently own. Now, on all of these, I am positive. I have a positive total return currently, and I am going to receive some dividends. Let me show you guys the dividends real quick. And if you continue to stay with me in the video, I'll show you which one of these ETFs is the absolute best one. The one I wish I probably would have bought from the very beginning. I overlooked this ETF constantly, but now I own it. It's a really great ETF. And first, let me show you what I'm going to get paid in dividends on these other 2 ETFs. Let's look at TDAQ from Tap Alpha. And if we scroll down here, I believe it's going to show the pending dividend that I'm going to be receiving. Let's see here. And looks like it's not showing up here. I saw it earlier on my phone. On my phone, it shows the dividend. I can take a look on my phone and see. Yeah, for some reason, it's not showing up here yet. Let's see here. Nope, no dividend mentioned there yet. But let me look on my phone here and see. And I'll let you guys know how much I'm going to be receiving from that dividend. It's TDAC. So if we scroll down here, let's see. That's kind of, I guess it was T-SPY actually. Let me look at that right here. It was, oh yeah, it was T-SPY. not this one. I made the assumption that they pay on the same day. I guess they don't, even though they're from the same company, from Tap Alpha. So TDAQ is also from Tap Alpha. So if we look at T-SPY, which is also from Tap Alpha, that one does show the dividend that I'm going to be getting paid. So if we scrolled here, let's scroll up a bit. And yeah, there it is. A pending dividend for $432.79, which is probably going to get paid sometime later today. Okay, so I'll be looking forward to that. And that will reduce the margin that I'm currently using. So I'm currently at like about $5,000 worth of margin, and that will obviously reduce my margin. And so now let me tell you guys about the number one ETF in the list of 6 ETFs that I currently own that I wish I would have either gone all in on because it's just the best one. You may have overlooked it various times as well, but let's look at that ETF. And let me show you which one it is. Once this list pops up right here. This is it. It's KQQQ from Curve. Okay. If we look here on Robinhood, it doesn't show total return. All it shows is the price return or price action. So if we go to the, let's go to 3 months. As you guys can see, in the past 3 months, this is up 4%, a little bit over 4%. Year to date, we are up 5.75%. In the past year, it's up, it looks like a little bit over 8%. And if we go to, I guess, 5 years, although, in the past, from the very beginning, this is up 16.73%. Now, this does not include dividends. Okay, this does not include dividends. It does not include dividends reinvested. So if we look over here to the comparison tool and we look up just KQQQ up against SPY, so you guys can see, let's go to SPY, the comparison of SPY, and we will do a comparison of KQQQ right here from Curve. And this is, let's first check out total return. Okay, so year to date in total return, let's go to the 1 year total return. 3 years, yeah, it won't go three. But if we look here at total return, the orange line is KQQQ. So as you guys can see here, in total return, KQQQ is at 21.81%. So it's actually beat the S&P 500, which is great. And I overlooked this ETF various times. Now, if we go to just the price, okay, if we switch this over to just price change, in the past year, KQQQ is still up 8.68%, which by comparison to all those other ETFs that I own, this is the absolute best one. Not only does it do great in total return with dividends reinvested, but even if you don't reinvest any dividends, you would still be up a little bit over 8%. None of the other ETFs, not SPY-I, not QQQI, none of those other ETFs have these type of results. And one of the main reasons why I was overlooking this ETF for, since it first started trading was because of the dividends. The dividends just seemed too low for me. It just didn't seem like it was paying that high of a dividend. But recently, it has increased its dividends, and it is now paying, the last dividend it paid was 44 cents. So that's not too bad, not too bad for something that that will protect your principal, right? It's going to increase in price, and it's going to pay you a dividend, right? Yeah, it's not like something that's paying like 100%, right? 100% dividend that has a, higher total return, probably. But the price return is really bad, right? Because if we look at something that had like 100% return, 100% dividend, right? 100% yield, you know, what was something like that? 100 with 100% yield. I guess like Ulti or something. ULTY. I think Ulti had like 100% return or 100% yield at some point. So if we look at Ulti here, and if we look at total return of Ulti, if we look at the past year, I don't think you can go 3 years. No, you can go 1 year. So as you guys can see, yeah, even in total return, this is done bad, right? Even when it was paying like 100%, I believe, yeah, it was paying maybe 100% or over 100% yield. And now, even in total return, this doesn't look good. If we switch over to price, it's going to be even worse, right? If we switch over to price here, price change. Look at this. Yeah, this is terrible. It's almost looking like it's doing the opposite of the S&P 500, right? It's down over 60%. So yeah, I'm done owning something like this, you know. So the absolute best one is the curve KQQQ. KQQQ right here. And I wish I would have bought more KQQQ because I think I got it at a fairly decent price. I got it at $28.50. So I'm currently in total return. If I sell it all right now, I make about $900. But why would I sell it if it's going to start paying me dividends, right? So thanks for watching. Please do me a big favor, like, share, and subscribe. I really would appreciate you guys be helping me out a whole lot if you did that for me. If you guys got any comments, leave them down below. If you like Curve and if you own Curve, let me know. It's a really great ETF. If you completely disagree with what I'm saying, of course, we all have our own opinions, and let me know. Let me know if you disagree with me completely. Maybe you like Ulti. I know a lot of people like Ulti. Or maybe you prefer something like this, right? Something that maintains your principal, right? Something like Curve that's going to maintain your principal. Not only is it going to maintain your principal, but it's actually going to increase your principal, right? Because you saw it, the numbers don't lie. It's up a little bit over 8% just in price return. And in total return, it's beating the S&P 500, which is really great in my opinion. Well, thanks so much for watching. You guys have a great one. We'll catch you in the next video. God bless. Bye.